WolfGxngDon, never lacking. 2K bills to the fraction, breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, boy, brick by brick, we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub, this WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges, 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah, running it up, no time to play. You know what's on, yeah, the greatest builds inside 2K.
So we will start the video off by actually going through the glitch, man. First things first, you want to go into the builder, and we are on Imperial right now, so make sure you're on Imperial, and you're gonna go through, make a build. You want to make it at the shooting guard position. With the height, we're going with 6'3". It's not that tall, but this is not the final build, so don't worry too much about that. We're going with 6'3", max weight, max wingspan. The body type does not matter, but you know, I like to make sure I do like kind of like the same thing. So I went with Burley. The next thing you want to do on your placeholder build pretty much is go ahead and max out the stats, man. This does not matter, so you're not really too worried about the stats. I just go up and down with the stick pointed like a little bit to the right, then up, and you know, I just make it go through real fast. You pick your takeovers. This build does not matter, like I already said, and it's gonna give you whatever it gives you. Now, for the next step, we can go ahead and edit the build. You need to go out to the menu once again. Now we're gonna go to features, and we're gonna edit the unit of measurement, man, because we do need to switch over to metric for this build to work. And once you get back in the metric, we're gonna go back into the builder. We're gonna edit that exact same build. So go to that first slot right there. That's where I did it at. We're gonna keep it on shooting guard, handiness, keep that the same, jersey number the same. We're gonna go ahead and slide down so we can actually edit the physical stuff. You wanna go up to 2.05 meters. And for the weight, we're gonna go down to 85 kilograms for that. So just go ahead and slide down there. Don't go too fast, because you don't want to accidentally pass anything. We're going to keep the wingspan exactly where it is. The body shape does not matter once again. So now we're going to finish up the build and do the exact same thing we did before. We're just going to go ahead and edit all the stats and make sure we fill it up to make this actual build. Once again, this is a placeholder. We're not to the actual build yet. Takeovers don't matter. Just pick something, be quick, and gives you a finisher. Doesn't matter. Actually, it's a nice little build, shades of Clyde Drexler. I don't know, I might have to come back and look at that bad boy. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and edit it one more time, and this is the final time. We're gonna go back into features, unit of measurement once again, and we're gonna get to Imperial, change it back to Imperial from metric, and then now the build glitch is complete, man. You go back into it, then you can go ahead and edit this build to exactly what you want it to be. Just take the height of the build down to 6'7", put the wingspan where you want. The way that you know this works is when you take the weight down to 180, that speed should be 88. But yeah, like I said, now you can go ahead and edit the build. All right, so after finishing up the glitch, you want to go 6'7" with the height, 180 pounds with the weight. We're going 6'7" with the wingspan because we want this build to be able to shoot, man. You can't make a Devin Booker build that can't shoot. So yeah, with that being said, the body shape is up to you as usual, man. We can go ahead and hit continue. First things first, we're going to do the finishing. So on the finishing, we do want to go with a 65 for the close shot. The driving layup, we only gonna put it up to a 72, which isn't like crazy high, but it's not really low either. Like, you'll be able to get a lot of nice layups with that. You do get a few layup badges, like you get fearless on bronze. Like you'll be all right with those badges. With the driving dunk, we will go with a 92 because we want almost all of those contacts, man. And with that being said, since we're already talking about contacts, make sure before you even do anything else, you go ahead and put your vertical up to an 80 so you don't even forget, bro. You can't even forget. I don't want you to make this build and then, you know, not have everything ready to go. All right, with the mid-range, we're gonna go super high with this. We're going to max the mid-range out at a 95. So you know this build is gonna go crazy. With the difficult shots, man, you'll be able to knock down those at a very high clip. And speaking of very high clip, we wanna be able to hit those threes too. So for the 3-point, we are going with an 88, man, which is more than high enough. You see all those badges we get. You do get, dead eye on gold. You catch and shoot gold, hot zone gold, which is the highest you need that badge anyway. And you also get a lot of the other things that you'll be looking for in a build, like a gold stop and pop, maybe a gold circus 3. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of the things that you'll need in order to make this build super crazy offensively. And I got a nice name coming for y'all at the end of the video, man. So make sure you stick around, see these attributes, and then see what the build comes out as at the very end, man. So with the pass accuracy, we're going to go with a 75, which isn't crazy high. And normally I am team 85. Normally I am, to the death. I'm team 85. But this build is a scorer. When you get the ball, you're not looking to pass. You're looking to put that thing in a bucket, and you can do just that with this build. Now the ball handle is gonna be kind of high. We're gonna go with an 87. This is an ISO-centric build. Like when you get on this build, you wanna take people to the hole. You wanna do everything you need to do to make sure you score that ball. And we will also have a little bit of defense. I wanna make sure that this is clear. There is a little bit, just a little tiny little dash of defense on this. And if you do have those extra badges, this is a great place for them. Just trust me on that. Like we're gonna have a decent amount of defensive badges. We're gonna get to that in a little second. But now we can keep going with these attributes. And still, we're gonna put that up to an 84. And then we're gonna go kind of crazy with the block, man. We want the block to be a 69. We're maxing that thing out. It does get you Intimidator Silver. You still get chased down. You know, Tireless Defender is a good badge to have. And we got Rim Protector. So, I mean, you're gonna have a little bit of something to fight back with if you plan on playing defense in the paint at all, or if you get one of those rim runners. We're going 87 with the speed. The acceleration, we're gonna keep it at a 73. The vertical, 80 of course, and then with the stamina, we're gonna put that up to 893. Now, just to go over the actual badge numbers, we got 17 finishing, 32 shooting badges, which is ridiculous. We got, hold on, actually I messed up just a little bit. That's supposed to be a little dash lower, just so we can get that to a 95. Now, all right, 17 finishing, 32 shooting badges, green bean machine, make your girls scream badges. Then we got 25 playmaking, make you one of those ISO guys, one of those dribbling guys, and this build will definitely be good for that. And 14 defense, which isn't bad, man. You should be able to play some very solid defense with that. Now, all right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the takeovers. We do get a few other nice ones. We get slashing, shot creating, we got shooting, and we get lockdown. This build is not a lockdown though. If you want to do a lot of those fading shots, go ahead and go pull up precision. And second for negative impact, man. But just make sure that your takeovers match your playstyle. That's one thing that I always love to preach. Make sure your takeovers match your playstyle, because if not, there's really no point in picking the takeovers. Now, all right, we can go ahead and finish it up. And this build comes out as a two-way scoring machine, man. A very solid name, and I think a very accurate name. Honestly, you could probably take out the two-way and it'd be even more accurate. But two-way scoring machine, shades of Desmond Bain, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. I feel like this is a very, very solid build. I know D-Book is only 6'5", but this one's 6'7", and it's fast. So, I mean, that's just as good, and it's really going to be out there getting buckets. And now we're going to move on to the badges, so I can show y'all some of the badges that I would put in order to make this build the best build possible, man. And these are the only badges I think you need on this build for finishing. We got gold posterizer, so that's more than enough to be throwing that thing down on people. Then we got Hall of Fame, both slithery and limitless takeoff. Both of those will make sure that you have an easy time, or as easy of a time as you could possibly have running to the paint. If you did want to throw something on Lob City, I'd say maybe take limitless takeoff down to gold and throw those extra badges on Lob City. But I wouldn't choose any of those extra badges that you do have in the tuck for the rebirth. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't suggest putting any of those on finishing. This finishing is just fine. But all right, we're gonna roll right into those shooting badges. And this is how I'm coming with the shooting badges, man. Look, we got blinders on gold, difficult shots on silver. I don't think you need it that high, just because we already have a 95 midi. You don't need to go crazy with that. Now with the hot zone hunter, we got it on gold. You don't really need it higher than that. In case you haven't checked out 2K Labs, check out some of their badge, you know, results, and it shows you that Hot Zone Hunter is just as good on gold pretty much as it is on Hall of Fame. You're not getting much of a boost after gold. Now, Sniper, we're going Hall of Fame. I love that badge personally. You know, a lot of people don't like it, but I do. It's a badge that I run religiously on all my builds. Catch and shoot, we're going on gold. But if you wanted to save some points, put it on something else. I don't really have anything else I want to put it on, but if you did, you can take catch and shoot and put it on silver. I mean, you really don't need it that high. You do have a decent 3-point shot, and you don't really need much help there. Stop and pop, definitely something you want to have on this build. This build can dribble. You're trying to ISO people, that'll definitely help you out. But just in case you can't stop, what if you can't stop? What if you keep getting fades or you want to shoot fades? Circus 3s comes in right there for you. And then Deadeye on gold. It's a must-have badge for me. I run Deadeye on every single build I have as long as they get the badge. Now, we're going to move on to the playmaking, man, because this is where I think the build gets a little saucy. Now, with these playmaking badges, I want to make sure I had all the ISO badges on here. And with that being said, you know, as far as ISO badges, I was more so talking about the tight handles and the space creator. The only thing that I would change if I had to, you know, add a little bit to this build, I would add 2 additional badges so we can get a quick first step on gold. Other than that though, I think everything else is good. Hyperdrive is definitely good. You want to make sure you're utilizing those dribble moves when you go into the rim. That's how you get the speed boost. Make sure when you go into the rim, hit that crossover. Hit them with a little something while you're moving so you get that extra boost. Space creator tight handles, that speaks for itself. Unpluggable, just make sure you have a little space and don't dribble into people. I think as long as you don't do that, you really shouldn't have a problem running silver. The handles for days, that's of course because it is a dribbling build. You do want to have a lot of those dribble moves and you want to be able to utilize a lot of them. So make sure you're saving a little bit of stamina when you do so. Now moving on to the defense, there's really not much you can do here unless you add the rest of the badges. So for me, that'd be 5 more badges. So that's something to think about. But for now, we just gonna go ahead and put clamps on silver, interceptor on gold. I do want intimidator as high as I can get it, chase down for sure, and rim protector. Then for the last 2, I'm gonna go ahead and put on tireless defender because I love that badge, and then off ball pest. If I did get to add those extra badges, or if I could add them in the builder, I'll definitely show y'all. Definitely put ankle braces on there, put an off ball a little bit higher. Ankle braces, you really don't need it unless you're defending a really solid ball handler that's gonna break you up. You know what I'm saying? Intimidator, that goes without saying. You want to make sure you can mess with some of those shots on the perimeter, and that'll definitely help you out. Chase down, I just like the animations. I love the animations I get from having this badge. It definitely helps you out on the defensive end. Rim protector is a must. Tireless defender is a must for me as well. I use a lot of energy on defense. I try to get as many bumps as I can. I try to force pickup balls every time I can. Like I'm on it on the defensive end, so I have to make sure I have that badge on there. If you're not really a defensive-minded guy, then you might not need tireless defender. Like I said, as usual, for anything else, man, make sure that your badges match your playstyle. Because let's say you run an interceptor on gold, right? But you'll never pay the passing lanes. Then you don't need interceptor. You can take that off, and that's badges you can save right there. That's what I'm trying to get across to y'all. Make sure you just make sure that your badges match your playstyle. And that's it. Like if you're not gonna be jumping at shots, maybe you don't need intimidator as high. You can drop that down to silver. If you don't plan on helping out in the paint at all, take rim protector down. If you got one of those Dikembe Mutombo type centers with you, you know, you can kind of make those decisions. But yeah, I'll catch y'all boys in the next, man. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out here. Peace. Make sure you check out some of my other videos though. They lit.
Get paid, little shorty, get paid. 100,000 in the safe, couple thousand in the dream. Get paid, little shorty, get paid. No, I'm always on my grind, 24/7 days.